Hello, I'm Mark Ells, Barnstable Town Manager, and this is my Town Manager update for the period of October 23rd through November 5th. We continue with the preparation of the capital and operating budgets for FY 2026. Town Council conducted a joint meeting with the school committee on October 24th in accordance with the town charter to review financial conditions and financial policy of the town. The town manager and the school superintendent have met following that meeting and agreed to proceed with the 60-40 split as in past years for the proposed FY 2026 operating budget. For more information on our budgets, you can certainly go to the town's open budget website on the town's town website. As stated in my last communication, the Finance Department will present the FY 2025 tax levy shifting options at the November 7th, 2024 Town Council meeting. The Finance Director has pre-recorded the presentation for viewing prior to Thursday evening's presentation. The objective of the presentation is to illustrate the impacts on tax bills when deciding on a minimum residential factor, commonly referred to as splitting the tax rate, and the adoption of a residential exemption. The fiscal year 2025 property tax values are currently being updated, and the presentation will include the proposed values subject to the Mass Department of Revenue's review and approval. The proposed values could change slightly, but should not have a significant impact on the tax rate or the tax levy. Property values must be approved by DOR before the Town Council can vote on the two options, and we anticipate DOR's approval of the fiscal year 2025 property values before November 21st. That would be the Town Council meeting, where we hope to see the two votes on these items by Town Council. We are pleased to announce the opening of the Town of Barnstable opioid abatement grant application process. Details of eligibility for this grant are contained in an attached application and can be found on the Town Manager's website. So if you go into Town Manager's website, not only will you find that, but you can also find the application attached to this report. In 2025, RISE will award $1.25 million to municipalities in one-year matching grants. In 26 and 27, RISE will also award, again, $1.25 million per year. The total program funding is $3.75 million. This program seeks to match municipal opioid settlement funds in cities and towns that are using best practices to end the overdose crisis, utilizing Care Massachusetts resources, conducting community outreach and needs assessments, and collaborating with others, particularly those that are pooling funds. Opioid settlement funds offer a unique opportunity for communities to bolster their capacity to address the overdose crisis through strong government and community collaboration and to expand interventions that have proven to save lives. For more information relevant to RISE, we've given a link in this communication. The Town of Barnstable will be supplying a commitment letter for applicants to use during their RISE application process. And we'll keep you advised of our progress on this program. Our Information Technologies Department is planning to replace the town's network firewall in the coming weeks, which will require a scheduled downtime of the town's outside internet connection for approximately 2 to 3 hours maintenance. This maintenance will occur on a weekend to minimize disruption to town operations. During maintenance During that maintenance window, the following systems will be affected. The town's website will be inaccessible. Internet users within the town network will not have access to the internet, and remote workers will not be able to connect to the town network. We don't have specific dates of a weekend yet, but we will share those with you in the near future. On November 1st, 2024, Senator Sear shared the news that Senate 2746, an act exempting the position of police chief in the town of Barnstable from civil service, was signed into law by Governor Healy, and then it becomes Chapter 227 of the Acts of 2024. Our Legal and Human Resources departments have taken this under advisement, and I will advise the town council on how we will proceed relevant to this act in the near future. As previously reported on September 10th of this year, I sent 2 letters regarding the recent Vineyard Wind turbine blade failure. One letter was sent to the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management expressing concerns about the impacts of the turbine failure on the marine environment and the lack of information provided to date on those impacts by regulatory agencies overseeing the project. Just for a minute, relevant to that, I believe there was also some requirements to have some environmental assessment done relevant to those impacts. It was originally due in October 11th, I believe, or thereabouts. They were given an extension, they being the proponent and GE given an extension. I do believe that's been submitted, but we don't have access to it yet. So as soon as we do, I will certainly share that with the council and put it on our website. The other letter I sent, and the reason I know this was that I was speaking with our state agencies, and they informed me of this. But the other letter that was sent was to the Massachusetts Executive Office of Energy and Environmental Affairs, asking questions regarding many areas of concern, including state jurisdiction on the matter, and ranging through to public safety risk on our beaches. On October 7th, I met with state officials regarding that letter that I sent. And October 11th, we received back a correspondence from BOEM relevant to the letter we sent to them. BOEM has actually offered a virtual briefing to discuss processes for offshore wind development and actions in response to the Vineyard Wind blade incident. We've sent another communication to BOEM in October communicating that we would like to take them up on that virtual briefing offer, and we're awaiting response from them on when and how such a meeting will occur. On November 1st, 2024, I met again with the representatives from our state, but now we had an additional member from the Department of Public Utilities. And we've continued our discussion surrounding offshore wind in Barnstable and throughout Massachusetts. That's where they shared the information on that environmental report, because I had brought it up because I saw that deadline in there to the feds, and I had been actually asked by members of, I think, the council and the public. And I was also asked by council whether I had shared the resolve that town council passed on October 24th, relevant to Dowse's Beach landing, and I have both forwarded that and I did discuss it with Massachusetts officials. I expect an ongoing dialogue from here with state officials on all offshore wind related, and I expect it probably to expand to broader discussions and hopefully when the opportunity presents itself before town council. And I'll keep you advised relative to this matter. The town of Barnstable will be partnering with the Cape Cod Community College's newly formed Social and Economic Justice Institute to create internship opportunities and eventually a pathway to public service for Cape Cod community students. Commencing in mid-January of 2025, the town will be hosting one of the first social and economic justice fellows. The fellow will be working for 15 hours a week in various departments of the town, looking at municipal programs and services through a social and economic justice lens. Both the town and the Institute are excited about this program and are committed to using this as a first step in building a formal pathway to public service between our two organizations. And I've been serving on that committee at the college. Bill Cole, though, actually is coordinating this opportunity and will coordinate it moving into the future. While we're talking about the community college, the town and the community college have entered into a short-term license to use a small portion of the building at 200 Main Street for expanding their school offerings. The up to 3-year agreement allows the community college to look into possibilities for using a major portion of the building to support their growing marine technology offerings. This partnership with the college could help shape the future of 200 Main Street as town employees and town operations consolidate back to the town hall campus. The goal is to examine strategic partnerships that promote possible reuses of town assets to support the community. The college may have classes on a limited basis as soon as this January 2025 at the 200 Main Street location. More to come. Recreational oyster season begins on Wednesday, November 6th. To find out more information, please see the Town of Barnstable Marine Environmental Affairs Shell Fishing webpage, or you can call 508-790-6272. Our shell fishing resources in Barnstable have ecological, commercial, and recreational importance. Our shellfish filter our coastal waters and provide harvestable resources to our commercial shellfishing industry as well as a recreational harvest by our residents. Our town natural resources staff is responsible for the sustainable management of this vital resource, and we appreciate their efforts and thank the community for their continued to support this program. Remember, Wednesday, oysters and quahogs open. The Hyannis Youth and Community Center is excited to provide an opportunity for the Core July, Amplified POC, People of Action, and the Arts and Justice Collective to install a mural inside the gymnasium at the Youth and Community Center. The proposed mural was approved for installation at the HYCC by the Rec Commission at its meeting on Monday, November 4th, 2024, and we'll keep you informed as more detail comes forward on that. That concludes my town manager's update. And at this time, I'll ask James Kupfer, our Director of Planning and Development, to provide an update on our local comprehensive plan. Thank you.
Hello, this is Jim Kupfer, Director of Planning and Development, with 3 additional updates for the council. First, as the manager mentioned, we do have a brief update on our local comprehensive plan. The committee met this past week to update the future land use map. That update is ongoing, and public comment period will be extended through the month of November to gain additional insight and input from our community. And there will be a subsequent meeting this December. That date is to be decided, so stay tuned. We will be sending that out as soon as we complete that update to our calendar. In addition, we have two other items. One, the Marston's Middle School Property Master Plan. The town of Barnstable is seeking to create a master plan development for the 14.2 acre parcel formerly the site of the Marston's Mills Elementary School. As part of the ongoing planning process, the town will be hosting a public meeting here at Town Hall on Thursday, November 14th at 6 p.m. to present the 3 draft design concepts for the Marston's Middle School property for public review and comment. These concepts build off of the extensive engagement that was completed this spring, and we hope to continue to have a productive conversation about priorities for this location. And the third item is our digital equity plan. The town of Barnstable is working with the Cape Cod Commission to develop a municipal digital equity plan to assess the digital divide across the community and to identify opportunities to advance digital equity. So what does that mean? Well, the goal here is to better understand the challenges that the community members face with the internet and the technology, and to identify solutions that ensure that all have access to the information technology needed to fully participate in our community. The community participation is a critical component of this planning effort. Residents, businesses, and organizations are invited to attend an upcoming event to learn about the digital equity plan and to contribute to the development of the plan through the group exercises and conversation. Discussion topics will include internet availability, affordability, reliability, technology and devices necessary for civic, social, and economic life, and the skills to participate safely, confidentially, and effectively online. So we have 3 upcoming workshops. The first digital equity workshop will take place on Tuesday, November 12th from 10 to noon at the Cotuit Center of the Arts. We'll have a pop-up digital equity workshop in the Hyannis Youth and Community Center on November 14th from 4 to 7, so stop by any time between 4 and 7. And then a third workshop on November 19th from 5:30 to 7:30 at the West Barnstable Community Building. Thank you.